At the Market is underwritten by Citizens First and the St. Clair DDA.
Thanks, Tom, and welcome to another edition of At the Market with Bryan Neiman. Special thanks to the DDA and Citizens First for making this happen every week. We really appreciate that. We are downtown St. Clair on the river, but this week we are on the other river, the Pine River, with Don Harwood at Pepper Joe's. Don, thank you so much for hosting the event tonight. We really appreciate it. This is great. It's my favorite shoot so far, I can tell you that.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us about what you're going to do today?
Sure.
You've got some exciting things happening here at the restaurant. I'm telling you, this is great. We are really looking forward to it.
We've got a lot of fun changes that we're going to be doing to the restaurant. And immediately in the next 2 weeks, you're going to come in the restaurant, you're going to notice that we've got 3 100-inch screens that will be plastered up on the wall. We're going to do, basically the reason we took 3, there's not going to be a bad seat in the house, 1. And then 2, we're going to have a sports network, so you're going to be able to watch your favorite sports from the night.
Right.
We're going to have 1 channel solely dedicated to kids and the family network and things of that nature, cartoons.
Yeah, great idea.
And the other one we're really excited about is we're going to bring in this NTN network. It's a trivia network that you see a lot of the larger corporate restaurants.
Okay.
It's an interactive trivia network that you can actually play while you're enjoying your dinner at the restaurant. So it makes it a little bit of fun, gives a little bit of value to it as well.
Right, a lot of fun, something always happening, the kids are watching. I think the kid thing is a great idea because, you know, we all go out to eat once or twice a week no matter what because we are all so busy nowadays. It's bang, 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 you know, gymnastics, horseback riding, soccer, whatever you got.
Absolutely.
And you're going to find some place where the kids can go and sit down. And they get tired of coloring little something or other after a while. So great idea. I'm excited to come back and let the kids enjoy that. But
good to hear that.
How about this stuff here? This table looks phenomenal. I am excited. You may just be watching me every once in a while. I'll have a mouthful of food. But, tell us what you're going to make today because you got a lot of neat stuff going.
We do. We've completely redid our menu and try to reflect what guests we're looking for. A lot of those families are coming in, they're not interested in having a 4-course meal. They're really interested in having a nice sandwich, get in, get out, that type of thing. We already have some great salads that our guests really like, so we're just expounding on that. We've got about a dozen really great, unique burgers. We've got over 20 different sandwiches. And one of those sandwiches we're going to do tonight is our Mediterranean stacked sandwich. What's unique about this sandwich, it's a completely vegetarian. You won't know it once you taste it, though. Really? And what we do is, what's unique about it, we're going to make the cilantro hummus. That's going to be the spread on the sandwich, so it's a little bit better for you. It's not a heavy mayonnaise or anything of that nature. So
awesome. Let's do it because I love hummus and I love cilantro, 2 of my favorite things.
Excellent.
This is going to be great.
Well, we did a little bit bigger on the restaurant when we do it at the restaurant. So we've actually taken the cart and we've reduced it down so you can just buy a couple of cans of the garbanzo beans and you can actually make this. It makes about 2.5 cups or so.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to make a little bit smaller version of that. And we're going to start with our garbanzo beans, which is all the way. We're only going to do half of it because I got a really small blender here.
That's all right.
So we're going to start with that. We're going to do a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
And a little bit of tahini sauce, which is actually just a ground up sesame seed.
Okay. And this what helps make the hummus.
This is actually what gives you that real nice, rich, savory flavor to it.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and blend that up to start. And it will tend to get really thick as you're blending it. What's nice is we reserve some of the fluid from the garbanzo beans, and we can kind of add that as we need to it.
Gotcha. So when the garbanzo beans come out of a can.
Yep.
And you drain them into there so you can put it back in later.
There, some of the fluid, because you're going to want some of that. It's good for the flavor. It also kind of smooths it out so it's not quite so heavy.
Right.
Then we're going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper, just a little bit.
Okay.
You don't want it to be too spicy unless you really like that kind of thing.
Right.
We're going to throw in a clove of garlic.
Nice.
And, of course, our cilantro.
All right.
Cilantro, what's great about this stuff, it's from the parsley family, and it's got a real pungent flavor to it. And it's not necessarily, you don't have to take off the heavy ends of it, the stems of it. However, they don't chop up so well, so I usually try to take down as much of the stems as we possibly can.
Okay.
We're going to blend all that together. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes. And you want to blend it so it's nice and smooth.
Right. It smells really good. It really smells awesome.
We're almost there.
Yep. Is that the cilantro that we're smelling? Is
exactly.
Yep. That sounds
and what's great about the hummus is you can actually flavor it any way you want. You can actually bring in some Cajun spice if you wanted to. For the most part, hummus is pretty neutral.
Okay.
And then you can just kind of add what you want. You can put in some sun-dried tomatoes. You can make it on the sweeter side, maybe put in some oranges and kind of blend it in that way. Make it more of a dessert style. What you end up doing is once you get that dough is you get kind of this nice spread. that can be served very easily as an appetizer. I know my daughter Samantha absolutely loves this stuff. She comes in at least once a week into the restaurant and says, "Daddy, would you make me the hummus?" So
Awesome.
we actually, you can give it with carrots, you can do it with pita bread, you can do it with regular bread. So it's really great. This will last up for at least another week or so when it's nice, tightly wrapped and put in the refrigerator. So you get a nice week out of it. So we're going to use this for our sandwich, and let's get started with that.
And hummus is really actually very healthy for you.
It is very good for you.
I mean, it's really, like you said, your kids, my kids, it's amazing. Just carrots, green peppers, whatever they can get into. It's
absolutely
really nice. Excellent.
Well, this particular sandwich, we've got some very fresh, baked from a bakery down in Mount Clemens, solely for us. It's a tomato basil bread. We're going to start off by cutting a few slices of that. Now you can do it, any type of nice rustic bread would be fine for this particular sandwich. This one, we just felt that the tomato had a nice flavor to it.
Right.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this spread. Instead of a mayonnaise, we're going to put this on there. Go ahead and put it on heavy because that's where you get a lot of your flavor from.
Sure.
I'm going to do the same on the other side.
Looks great.
Great. And then now what we're going to do is what the tense of the name is, we're going to stack everything on top of this. So we're going to start with a little bit of red onion, just sliced real thin. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stack on some cucumbers.
Right.
And we're going to take some fresh tomatoes.
Tomato.
Same idea. We're going to stack that on top of it.
Right. Man, that looks so good.
And the Mediterranean part of this, which gets real tricky, is we're going to put a little bit of our Kalamata olives that we've sliced. And then we're going to take some artichoke hearts that we've sliced, quartered, basically. And we're going to take a little bit of feta cheese, which will give it a nice salty flavor. Man. And then we're going to take some sweet pepperoncinis and put on top of that.
Wow.
And then we're going to take our sandwich bread, put over top of that. And because it's so tall, we're going to get some vertical stabilizers here. Put that in there.
You were an engineer at one time, weren't
you?
No.
I just know that I've got to have it on there. It's going to fall up by the time you get it to the table. And then there we go. We have a Mediterranean stack sandwich.
That is outstanding looking. Tell us a couple other neat and exciting things you've got coming, because you got some other stuff over here that looks really good.
Absolutely. What we really focused on is our salads are probably one of our more popular items in the restaurant. So we've done a few new salads in different ways. And what we really focused on was getting some really homemade fresh breads. Like for instance here we have the Philly steak dip. It's served on a fresh Asiago bread, which makes it really good. We have on the far corner there, we have an Italian, we call it a Slim Italy. Basically, we're taking Black Forest ham, we're taking a pesto sauce, we're putting pepperoni and mozzarella, and we're actually going to put it between what's called a rustic ciabatta. It's a thinner ciabatta. It has a great flavor when you grill it, and then we put it on there. And we have something new there at the restaurant that we're trying as well, and it's gone over really good. We've had some guests try it, and they absolutely love it, is we're making our homemade potato chips that we're seasoning with a little bit of rosemary, Parmesan, and then we're putting a little balsamic vinaigrette reduction over the top of it. So it gives that little vinegary flavor to it as well.
Outstanding.
And then obviously we're going to do some really cool homemade onion rings, which are exciting. We've had so many requests for onion rings, it's been ridiculous. So we said, you know what, let's put it on the menu, but let's do it big. Let's do them nice and big and make sure everyone likes it.
Well, I'm telling you, awesome. Thank you so much again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Really appreciate you having us down here. Congratulations. Good luck. I'm telling you, the TVs and the sandwiches are great ideas.
Awesome.
We're going to be back, so we
appreciate
you. Join us next week when we're at the market with Chef Mike Zarek of the St. Clair County Regional Educational Services Agency Technology Education Center. But we'll just call it RESA for everybody else. Thank you very much.
At the Market is underwritten by Citizens First and the St. Clair DDA.